I feel like an actual grown-up today. It's not something that I often feel like. I do feel like a massive man-child the majority of the time. Usually because I am, but it's, I've had to significantly rein in how I behave. Not how I behave. How I generally speak. As I say, there's been a lot going on at work and stuff, and today has been one of those days where I've been talking a lot of backwards and forwards, problems through with colleagues and with externals. To one point, I was quite embarrassed for us as an institution about our lack of knowledge about some things that I personally do not understand how somebody can't know what they were asked when it's literally their job. And some of the systems that were highlighted not to be working over 4 years ago when I was in a previous post, still not to be working, I think is hugely embarrassing. With the same problems, with the same issues and the same misunderstandings, and yet still people are employed, getting employed with, in what is, in my opinion, the wrong skill sets to address those problems. But whatever. It's been difficult when there's other people's livelihoods, I suppose, injected into the mix here. But yeah, there's a lot of tumultuous waters. No, tumultuous is not the right word. It's a difficult problem to navigate at the moment, I suppose, is what I'm saying, and that's meant that I'm having to be a little bit more serious, a little bit more thoughtful in how I approach things, problems, how I word things, which is good for me to upskill and is an area where I probably do need some CPD, because I tend to talk as I talk regardless. Yes, we all put faces on and act in certain situations and scenarios. But for me, I'm pretty much what you see is what you get. How I talk is how I talk, regardless of who I'm speaking to, and that shouldn't be reflected in my level of knowledge, I guess. But I'm finding that I do have to be more professional in tone and how I'm phrasing things. So yeah, it is what it is. There, certainly not a bad thing for me to get better at doing if I do need to find another role elsewhere. Yeah, that was a pretty heavy one, wasn't it, right there? Yeah, so I've got my ring back on. I got one of those ring size reducer things, so I feel better. Let's see if it stays there. Who knows if that will be the case, but I'm enjoying having it back on. I felt lost without it. So today is hopefully patch day for Space Marine 2. I'm looking forward to spending a little bit of time on that this evening. We'll see if that's the case. What I did find out last night was that I can actually play my saves from my Xbox on the PC, even though those two things weren't linked. Don't have the DLC, but you can transfer it over via the Pros account. So I did that. That worked. Played it on the PC last night. Interesting. I only played for half an hour. I just needed a bit of downtime to process everything that had been going on throughout the day. As I say, it's going to be a heavy week. So, yeah. Right, I'm going to leave it there, get some scran in me and come back on the other side of lunch, hopefully a little bit less stressed. I don't think that'll be the case, though. It's definitely not going to be the case. Absolutely 100% not the case. Right, see you on the other side. Have a good one.